This was my high point of interest for buy. The thing that's already played out is making higher high. So all I did was to mark the opening of the candle on daily, where you see the red line. Then I now move to 15 minutes to see if there is any smart money play. And at this point I mark, it was a clear, fair value gap. So I put my buy limit at the middle of the fair value gap.
That's 50%.
Yes, 50%. But then I checked through to see whether there is any smart money play that price might be interested in. Just to add, this thin line is the period separator, indicating the differentiating yesterday from today's price action. So I saw that there was a small gap here, small one here for yesterday. But then the daily candle is making higher high. So I was a bit not very certain, but I said price may not, except there is a reversal. If not, the next daily candle should continue to be bullish. So I put my buy limit here and say, let me see what will play out. And I left it and watch it. Then it became activated after the pullback. And then it started moving up. So what I did, I just calculated my 1:3. I actually put my stop loss below where the structure was trying to form here. Then I allowed it. Then later in the afternoon, my 1:3 was achieved. But then I think price was a bit favorable because of the simple pattern I use. But my fear has always been any smart money play below, just like the one I pointed out, that price did not peak. So I don't know what will happen if there are issues of something that was left the previous day when price is making consistent higher high, just like we can see in the daily. Look at the daily here. It's making higher high. The pullback has been completed on the daily here, and the next day, the candle was fully formed and it building on it and going. So when there are gaps that are left like that, what do we do in such case of the previous day, not the current day? Because if you look at this, we are in the bullish trend will run for as long as
for long because of the IPA above.
Yes, the IPA.
There's a weekly IPA. Yes.
Yes. This is where the target will be. That point I marked. So that was the little thing I was able to do today.
It's okay.
Why is it not using Trading View?
I'm using phone.
There's Trading View on phone,
I see Trading View on phone now.
Maybe he's not yet used that.
Okay.
All right. Let me share my screen and explain something on this EA, right? That's EA.
Yes, EA. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Let me share my screen and just show you guys something. Okay. So you can unshare.
Yes, I've done so.
That's the only thing I'm going to show you guys. I'm not sharing my screen again. So my screen is done, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is EA. This is EA overall structure. If we are going to, we are still going to be bullish to this end at least, to that end at least. Because monthly structure were bullish. Price took this high, A price came for this low, take it out all of this. So if anything will happen, at least we should get here. If price want to sell, we should still get here. But if price come here, price can still blast because overall we are bullish. You can see high, low, higher, high, higher, low. So we should head for a higher high, right? So now this is what I saw. There was some form of equal height here, which we analyzed. I can't remember when, but it's a long time. Price came back here. Price didn't really come into the IPA. That's what I was expecting here. Price should take out all of this week, trade into the IPA to complete the circle. Okay? So, but you can't tell smart money what they will do. I wanted price to come to all of it. So I've not checked this asset for a long time. Not until when I saw it now. So now let's go to daily. You see that weekly IPA is really not huge here. Maybe that was why price left it. This is just the sorry. This is just the IPA on weekly. So possibly it's not too significant for price to just have to go there. Rather, price came here, gave all of this move around this zone, and price left this last candle. So this was some kind of a very structural place, because if I draw this, you see there's a structural zone, right? I see there's a structural zone. So price came to this last candle. Now, when price came to this last candle, you are sure price is going to raid out this week's. You are sure. Last week's created. Price came back to this last bearish candle. This last bearish candle. Okay. So price was to raid this, whatever. Now from here, if you go to 1 hour or 15 minutes, about session break. So I'll try and answer your question now. Let me just show us when price return. This is a euro asset, okay, and I think most euro asset gives entry at New York session. Most, they are not London pairs. London pairs are majorly GBP and anything that's to do with GBP and then EU. All right. So this Euro AUD price came here, 15 minutes, gave all of this move and left this IPA. The price rallied up, came to this zone. Now that price has come to this zone, what I expected price to do was when price was returning, price should come to at least this zone. At least you see the inconsistency in this asset. Okay, look at the inconsistency. Price was supposed to return here. Price never did. Price ran away. So let's look at the next move that happened. Price came back here, but price didn't come to the IPA. Now let's go to this current structure. This was the only place price gave a sweet entry at open, and price came back, gave an entry on 15 minutes. But overall, we are bullish. So you just want to be looking for bullish entries. Price gave this move here. This one here was clear for an entry, and I think this was around London session. Price gave this move, which was clear. You can see that break there and the IPA. Price gave that to us. Price rallied back. Now, looking at what he played here, because personally, I would have wanted price to come back here. I wanted price to come here. You get? Then price came, gave all this move, and price rallied away. Here becomes a structural zone. And this entry happened during the New York session. This was around 3 p.m. So price just came, landed up at this zone, and took this week, and price zoomed up, which is below 50% of this last move. You see that now? That was below 50% of that last move. But price came and raided this week beautifully. And that was the entry. Yeah, I saw my boss took this, but it's not an asset I look at often. That was his entry. The surplus was the body of this candle. That was his entry. So where price is right now. And he wants to take this high. Why was he so sure? I wanted to find out. I didn't ask him because I, for one, I would want price to give me this. But since we are bullish and it was it's a euro pair, so you want to look at entries majorly during New York session, not London session. London session most of the time does not give entry on EA. All right, most times is a New York session asset. So this one was valid because this was just the last push. Price has abandoned this side because they tapped into it and price left. And if you want to follow stuff, you say this was like a sweep, right? You say this was like a sweep. Then price was to come back to this other block, which was obviously this last bearish candle. And that's where price came to tap the wick of it and price left. But looking at this week was the best entry. So you're asking, why is it that sometimes price does not fill in your entry? First,
Yes.
you have to, sorry?
Go ahead, sir. You're answering the question.
Yes. First, you want to ensure you are trading current ranges, especially if it's during the session of the asset. Like GBP assets now, they are London assets. Okay? They are London pairs. So you see that most of the entries will be coming around London session most times. Most times. Except there's GBP news. Like maybe GBP NZD. Just check any GBP asset. GBP NZD, GBP, whether CHF or Swiss, CAD, AUD, all this one. Most times they give entries around the London session. Okay? So if price didn't feel you, it simply means that price had another structural zone that it played. So you want to look for that entry most at times during New York session. If it is AE, look for that entry most at times during New York session, like most at times. And New York session is from 12 to 5 p.m. Yeah, 12 to 5 p.m. Why London session is from 7 a.m. I'm speaking Nigerian time now, 7 a.m. till 10. Then sometimes it extends to 12 because of the London launch. 7 to 10. Or 7 to 12, basically. Though London launch, market really doesn't fly, but sometimes it extends. Okay? It extends to that time. So let me show you GA. Let me show you GA. GBP AUD. Yeah, I suspected this was going to be taken out. I did suspect so. So let's go back to weekly. I like just starting off from weekly. Forget about anything you see on the chart, okay? Let's start from weekly. Weekly, we are bullish. Look at it. We are bullish weekly. Okay? Price didn't come back here. Price created another high, another low, created another high. So long we are bullish on the weekly, this is what I wanted to see. You know, we analyzed this today. This is what I wanted to see. Price created this. IPA was left here. So I wanted price to raid this, we come back. But price can choose what it wants to do. Price left this IPA. Now, if you check the daily, see that this IPA is really not an IPA. It's just like a cube. Okay? So price left that cube, which on weekly we're expecting price to come. Price created this high, this low. This was a very sweet place. Okay? Price didn't come back to this last push down. Price rallied up, creating another order block here. See, price gave another order block here, sweeping all of this. So immediately price gave this order block, here becomes valid for a buy, which on weekly I was expecting price to take out this as double lows, and then price should come here. You get the logic now. So price actually came here. When price came here, look at what price did. So let me just take this last candle, So if I take all of this, it's going to be too wide, but it's this zone. Let's go to a 4 hours. Let's see the structure of 4 hours. That's the zone. This is the zone, 4 hours. We all agree that there should be at least 2 structural point break. 1, 2. Price broke here. So that become an established BMS. Zones that price should come back to that have been this other block, 1. And price, instead of price coming to this other block, price traded high, low, high, broke structure, broke above again, and came to sweep. This became liquidity sweep, leaving this candle, making it an order block. After sweeping, price took high. So price has abandoned this place. And if you check, all these trades came in the morning. Yeah, they came in the morning. The entries came, this was around 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on Tuesday to, okay, this is 4 hours. Yeah, 10. It came in the morning. This entry was in the morning because it's a London pair. This entry too was in the morning, London pair. So now that price has broken structure, that week becomes where we are looking for price to come and liquidate all the other block. You get now. So if I go to a 15 minutes, when price came to this other block, I go to a 5 minutes, this other block. Now price is here, this other block. Now there are 2 things I'm going to do. As price came to the other block, I'll put in my session break. I want to see what price we do and the session. Remember, I told you it's a London pair. So I'm looking at price coming in during London session. So I can remove this. So open, this is open. If I bring in all of this, you see what I was telling us today. Asian liquidity price open here, traded low. I remember our formation. So price rated Asian low, opening price now, okay? Since I'm expecting a bullish move, opening price came, Asian liquidity, this was open, came low, price came to the other block. So what I'm now waiting for is this kind of structural move. And what is the structural move? At least price should break 1 and price should break 2. Now there was no wick, it was just an IPA to be filled, which was now the entry. And when did this entry come? Look at it. It was 7 a.m. That's London session. It's London pair. 7 a.m. That's when price gave this break. Look at when price came first, around 7:50. Price came back around 8:40. Everything is still within London time. You get it now. So that would have been the entry. And first, the high, Asian high. And that should give us more than a 1 to 3. Okay? Asian high. first TP. We want to see Asian high reading. And that was a 1 to 3. Beautiful 1 to 3. And price started giving all of this. This entry now, check. This is around 14. That's New York session. Price only came back to the IPA. Then you can now add position here because you are at the side of the market. Now, assuming, Barikoma, you wanted to play this and other block. Assuming you wanted to play this other block, you will not be filled because you can see how the price rated all of this. That's what makes it an order block. Is that correct? So sometimes price might just take the next smart money play and go. Let's assume you had your entry here, stop loss here. You will not be filled. It's the same thing. And so that high would have been a 1 to 7 miss. But there was an IPA. So you have to consider all the smart money plays that are available, all of them. All the smart money signatures available. You have to consider them. Just like price left this other block that we saw on H4 or H1. Price choose to create another order block above that price came back to mitigate. So you are waiting for all the entries. Then the next day, look how price did. Price created this whole liquidity, traded below, took it out, and price gave entry. So now you want to look at the next day. This was evening. I wouldn't take this. Now, the next day, price opened. You can see what price did. Created Asian liquidity, took it out, and price gave that beautiful sell. Now, being that we are bullish, you would expect necessarily the way we trade, price should take out this week. Yeah, there's a week there now. Yeah, there's a week there. Is that not correct? You want price to take it out, that would have been your entry, which obviously again align with my CDDR. So stop loss at this low. And when did this price happen? This entry came around 7:30 thereabout. You see, price took that out. Price didn't take it out, but price bought from here. So if it was a 3 minutes, you see a clearer entry here. 3 minutes. I think there should be. Can we get 3 minutes? Okay, yes, it's not far. Can get 3 minutes here. Let's see whether price give us a 3 minutes entry there. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Yeah. Price came. Up. That was the break. So if you take this as the break, remember I taught us this. I taught us that. So price can also play that breaker block, and price played that during the London session, since it's a London pair and price left. So when I saw this, that was when I knew that no, price may not respect this. But this 1 hour structural point, you see price still came into it. Respected it, came lower. But being that we are bullish, if I now want to buy, this is another order block here. And I've been considering either this last candle or that price should maybe take this week, but price didn't come as took this week. And price is pushing higher. You get now, so you want to consider all, that's what I'm trying to say, all the smart money signatures or footprints. Just want to put an eye on all of them. So long they are within your point of interest, just put an eye on all of them. Is that okay? Guys, is that okay? All right, one more person. Mr. Adebayo, are you sharing your screen?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Alex, welcome. Welcome, you have been scarce. Mr. Kingston, are you sharing your screen? Lucia, are you at work? Morris, are you at work?
Maybe coming Friday I'll share. Today I'm not prepared.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Femi.
Yeah, please, which of the
What
trading view
happened
are
to
you using for this?
10S?
Are you using for this? Are you using for this this currency pair? Please, can I get the trading view this one?
This trading view, I'm using Chrome. I don't know, am I using the wrong trading view?
Okay.
Just Chrome I'm using. I'm not, just type tradingview.com slash chat and some
Okay,
figures
please
that
just
you want.
copy. Please just copy this this address for
Yeah,
me.
I've sent
Thank
it.
you.
I've
Okay.
sent
Thank
it
you,
to the
sir.
group. Yeah. Is it different from yours?
Yes, sir.
Like how?
As in for the currency pair. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Why should it be different? Or maybe my system is not as sophisticated as your own.
Oh, yes.
Maybe for our big boys.
I hear.
So we
I think so.
should take this necessarily. We take that, and we might also take this. But obviously, price has left this IPA, and price just respected this other block. So, who again? Mr. Bright, did you? Lillian, are you there? Hello. Hello, Lillian, are you there? What's happening to 10S?
Hello, sir. Do I need to
Hello,
choose
sir.
a broker?
Hello,
Choose
sir.
broker. Yeah, Lillian, go ahead. Share your screen.
My network today is off and on. I've been battling with MCN. I've been calling them, and that's why I didn't even join on time.
Lucia, I'm at work. All right. Okay. We'll watch the video later. We are not really recording. No. Am I recording? No. Okay. It seems I'm recording. Okay. It seems I'm recording. All right. Okay, Lillian, I had what you said. So price is here. I'm still keeping my daily bias until price takes me out. Okay. I'm keeping my daily bias until price does otherwise. Price is back to that fair value gap. I'd allow price to go higher before we think of coming lower. So right now we need to start hunting on 15 minutes to see if price will give us that break of structure to buy. That's 10S. Okay. That's 10S.